All right, welcome back to day 18 of our 30-day loose leash walking challenge. My name is Kristen from Salty Pack, and today we're going to be working on some pattern games to help out with our loose leash walk. So I'm not going to do too much of a demo in this intro or anything like that. You're about to see Ziggy, the golden retriever who we work with, but we're going to be doing a little bit of a figure eight and just kind of working on some engagement while we're out and about. We found some football posts that you'll see, but you can use like trees. You can bring down some witches' hats if you want to. So be creative. See if you can find somewhere, maybe like a nice quiet park, but definitely be out and about for this one. This is something that you can kind of introduce along the walks for the entirety of the dog's life. So if you feel like, oh, I kind of need a little bit of engagement here, you do feel like you kind of dial in your dog doing some of these different pattern games. So as always, bring a phone for filming so that if anything doesn't go according to plan, you can always look back on that. Bring your hungry dog who has not had their breakfast or dinner quite yet. Maybe you have that in your treat pouch or your pocket. And then make sure to also bring a good, fun attitude. Have a great time with your dog. All right, so today we've got Ziggy. He's roughly a 2-year-old golden retriever. We are going to be working on a few drills for today. So the first one is going to be a bit of like a figure eight, and the next one is going to be just make sure that the dog is paying attention to you. So for Ziggy, I don't mind if he sits or just stops next to me, but every time I stop, I want him stopping as well too. If you want your dog to sit with you every time that you stop, all you're going to be doing is just pulling off to the side and just making sure that they sit next to you. The figure of eight can be tricky for some dogs because we're going to do some inside turns and some outside turns. So over time, Ziggy might, like at the very beginning, he might be a little bit too far ahead, he might get a little bit too far behind. So over time with that figure eight, it just helps them to kind of get into that nice spot. Today, what you can work on as well too is your leash handling, making sure you're rewarding with that left hand when the dog is nice and teed up in that spot that you want them to be. And then again, with that automatic sit or that automatic just stop with you, making sure that you can reward that every once in a while, right? Ziggy, let's go. This is nice that you can do either at a park, like this is just 2 rugby posts. Nice job, Ziggy. Or you can set it up in your backyard. Ziggy. Good. Nice work, bud. Good. So you can go back and forth with that handling. Just practicing that. Ziggy. Yes. A little bit of name game stuff. Oh my gosh, you dork. There you go, bud. Ziggy, let's go. Good. There we go. Let's go. Nope. Come on. Good. So let's try a stomp. Nice. Good boy. Let's go. Oh, I think I dropped some food there, actually. That's a good little distractor for us. I'll pick it up on the next go. Nice. Good boy. Like, what is he getting into? Is it bird poop? Oh, swipe. Yes. Nice, he's doing really well just to kind of stay within. Notice that the outside turns have gotten, whoop, let's go. He gets those little taps if he gets too far out. I was going to say that the outside turns have gotten a little bit tighter over the drill. Good. Yes, that one was better. Nice. Good boy. Inside turns look really nice. For some dogs, that's going to be the harder one, is the inside turns. Nice. Good boy. Good boy. Yes. Remember to give your marker, then move. Let's go. Let's go. Trying to trick you, my boy. Can't trick ya. Ooh, that's nice. Let's go. Let's go. Yes. So we're not rewarding every single one of them. Let's go. Super boy. Nice work. Nope. So if he falls behind, he gets those little taps. Good. Nice job, bud. So again, kind of make it like a bit of a spicy game. You got to stick with me, my boy. Nice. Good boy, Zig. Super boy. So again, like I mentioned, you can do this at a park, easy with rugby fields. You could do it if there's like 2 bins, you could do it if there's poles somewhere. You can do it in your backyard with like little cones, or just grab little obstacles that you guys have in, like, to use in the backyard. Good, let's go. A little bit far ahead. Try that again. Good. Nice job, bud. Let's go. And this is something that you can do throughout your walks. If you're like, man, I really kind of need to dial my dog in a little bit, you can do these little figure 8s around a whole bunch of different things, trees and stuff, like out and about. So this is something you can hold in your back pocket, just again, to get a little bit more of that kind of just helping your dog out by making it clear for what you want from them. Pay attention to me, right? You can change direction here if you wanted to as well. Just work on this for a couple minutes, get used to how it kind of feels for you and your dog. Working on that stopping, working on the figure of 8, and then just try it out on your walk every once in a while. So again, if your dog's kind of like all over the place, it feels like on some walks, you can just do a little figure 8 kind of thing, dial them back in. Hey man, remember, this is where I want you to be. If they get too far out ahead, what might happen with your dog is if you're going around that inside corner but they're too far out, use those little taps just to bring them back in, and then use your body language to kind of cut in front of them. Over time, as the drill goes on, they should recognize that you should be walking kind of more next to me, because then I'm just going to be pushing in with the body language as well too. So that's something that Ziggy was really good at that we didn't actually see. So if your dog gets a little bit too far out, everybody's going home. If your dog gets a little bit too far out, use those little taps to bring them back in. Use that body language to push them back into position. And if they get too far out, like what Ziggy did do, use those little taps to bring them back in and kind of close that gap with you as well on the outside turns. All right, another day done. You now have a good idea about some skills that you can practice out and about with your dog. Remember that these can be done kind of anywhere. Be creative. If there's a couple of trees or cones, or in this case, the goalpost that we use with Ziggy, great little skills to be working on throughout your loose leash walking journey with your dog. Again, my name is Kristen from Salty Pack. I'll see you tomorrow.